please hit subscribe.
This is the final video on interview questions. So let's just jump right in. Question 5. After your study, what do you want to do next? For this question, I think the interviewers are interested whether or not the scholarship will be useful to you in your future. They are interested to know whether the scholarship has value in your plans and whether or not you will bring some benefit to Japan and to your country. This is how I answered my question. After my studies, I plan to work at a technology firm, or maybe have my own startup. I will make the most out of the skills I learned at university to contribute to the advancement of technology. I want to be named as an inventor on some patent someday, so I would like to work towards that goal too. Question 6. How will you give back to your country and to Japan? I think the interviewers here want to know whether or not you will be a valuable asset to Japan and to your country, whether you have plans to contribute to the society as a whole, whether or not you have other plans outside personal growth. This is what I remember answering. I would like to be a bridge between Japan and my country. I will share my good experience in Japan to others to help them form a more accurate perception of Japan. If I get the opportunity, I would like to teach in a university in my country and share what Japan would have so kindly taught me. Here are other questions you could be asked during the interview. First is the standard, tell us about yourself. I'm pretty sure you will be asked this interview, so I think it's a good idea to prepare a short introduction about yourself. Something that is gonna perhaps make them remember your application, make them remember you. Other questions include, what do you know about Japan? Why did you choose Japan as your destination? Again, this is similar to one of the questions I covered in this series, and basically they just want to understand your grasp of the destination that you're going to. If you have some understanding, do you have some expectations? Do you know what to expect? Will you be shocked? And things like that when you move to Japan. So that's a variation of the questions I've covered. Also, they might ask you, I think I remember them asking me this, have you ever lived alone before? This is again a way for them to understand whether you will survive living alone in a different country. And if you haven't, just like me, when I sat for the interviews, I hadn't experienced living alone on my own for an extended period of time. And so I think I told them that. However, I also remember that I was very excited to actually live alone, and freedom is something I really valued. Independence was something I really valued. And so I thought that actually living alone is something I really wanted to do anyway. So yeah, just be honest and probably tell them something that will alleviate their doubts that you can live alone. And also, they might ask you something like, do you plan to return to your country after your studies? For the MEXT scholarship, there is no obligation to stay in Japan or to return to your country. This is just a variation of one of the questions that I covered in this series. It's trying to find out what you have in mind, what your plans are. Do you have goals? Will the scholarship be playing a part in your future? And things like that. Will you be able to contribute to Japan and your country? This concludes our series on interview questions. Have you thought of these questions yourself? How will you answer these questions if you are asked them? What other questions do you think are possible to be asked in the interview? Write down your thoughts in the comments and see what others think. Good luck on your interview. If you learned something new today, please help my channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell for the notifications. See ya!